Hey guys, if you like this video through the end, please give a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe in the end so I can keep bringing more and more content for you all. Chapter 1. The story takes place in a distant realm where the protagonist is reincarnated into a less advanced fantasy world. He is born into a humble family and is fortunate to have a loving birth mother. At the age of 3, he glimpses the outside world but is quickly stopped by the nanny due to his family's prominence in the Grand Duchy. As he grows older, he dedicates himself to becoming a knight and trains under Sir Gothic, a respected holy knight. Despite facing challenges and questioning his mentor's methods, he realizes the dedication required to become a holy knight. To become a holy knight, he must undergo rigorous quests, training, and be chosen by the Holy Grail. Additionally, as the son of Dragonia, he must prepare to become the successor of the Grand Duke. Balancing these responsibilities becomes difficult, and he yearns for acknowledgement and salvation from a higher power. At 16, he embarks on a quest to gain the attention of the goddess and become a holy knight. Witnessing a burning village under attack by orcs strengthens his resolve to protect the kingdom. At 20, he has a life-changing encounter with the goddess Ariana, who recognizes his lineage and grants him the title of Holy Knight. He embarks on a journey where he fights enemies and rises to the position of a war knight, leading other knights in battle. Tragedy strikes when a renowned saint falls in battle, and Leon is chosen as the successor. He accepts his new responsibilities and becomes Holy Knight Leon Dragonia, Grand Duke Dragonia, and the King of the Lionheart Kingdom. Facing wars against orcs and demons, and dealing with the Empire's questionable actions, Leon commands his knights to bring justice. At 96, the Empire's heinous act pushes him to rally his troops. At 121, he fails to prevent the world's destruction, but Sir Aron approaches him with respect. Leon rallies his army and engages in the final battle against the demon forces, showcasing his true power. As the years pass, Leon faces the last remaining demon gate at the age of 256, vowing to eliminate every demon. He emerges victorious at 300, surprising those who encounter him from Earth. With the defeat of all the demons, Leon is hailed as the Night King's return. Chapter 2. In Seoul, a mysterious gate appeared emitting an unknown black aura, causing concern among the Korean Hunter Association and the World Hunter Association. They requested assistance from large guilds to raid the gate, but due to its unknown difficulty level, their requests were denied. The government then ordered the Korean Hunter Association to take charge of the mission. Inside the gate, a woman named Hari encountered a naked man named Leon, who had single-handedly defeated countless demons. They were later joined by Kim Jin-soo, the head manager of the Korean Hunter Association, who discussed the gate's contents and Leon's remarkable abilities. Despite the initial skepticism, Hari and her team managed to clear the gate without the help of other guilds, which was considered a miraculous achievement. Kim and Hari observed the interrogation of Leon, who had returned from a demon realm after clearing similar gates that had appeared worldwide over the past 30 years. Survivors like Leon possessed incredible strength acquired in the demon realm. The government recognized their value and made plans to recruit them. Hari emphasized the importance of investigating the survivors, especially Leon, due to his extraordinary strength. Kim expressed concern about potential cultural differences, considering Leon's unusual behavior and hints of possible royalty. However, Hari remained optimistic, believing in Leon's genuine goodness despite the unexpected events during the interrogation. Before the interrogation, Leon reflected on his past experiences, including his previous life as an orphan, his time as a king and knight in another world, and his 300-year journey hunting demons. Inside the interrogation room, Leon presented himself as a Night King who had lived for 300 years in the other world, adopting an authoritative tone and demanding to be called Your Majesty. He assigned the bald officer as his temporary secretary and provided him with the privilege of documenting their encounter. Leon noticed the officer's compliance with his requests and wondered if it stemmed from kindness or government protocols. The officer explained the situation on Earth, with gates opening worldwide and releasing monsters and demons. The world had been in a constant state of emergency, and leaving a gate unattended would result in monster invasions. Leon contemplated the differences between the demon invasions in his world and the structured gates in this world. During the officer's absence, Leon became angered by the peasant food he was served, expressing his royal status and demanding respect. He saw himself as a guardian of the Holy Grail and owner of the Holy Blade and Spear. Leon perceived the chaotic state of Earth as a result of a lack of religious faith and believed it was his duty to enlighten the people as the highest positioning member of the royal family, a Night King. Chapter 3. With grace and elegance, Leon skillfully sliced into his steak and enjoyed it, impressing Kim with his ability to differentiate between their meal and his T-bone steak. Harry, relieved by Leon's presence, misunderstood his compliment towards her bravery as potential interest in her. However, she soon clarified that Leon had only praised her for her courage. In an attempt to apologize, Harry interrupted Leon's meal and was recognized by him as the swordsman from before. Leon instructed her to sit, and Harry secretly signaled her triumph to Kim through security cameras. As they sat down, Harry asked Leon if the meal met his expectations. He admitted it was good and appreciated the chef's skill and sincerity. However, he explained that his initial treatment of them was due to their disrespectful attitude towards royalty, emphasizing the importance of proper respect and protocol when greeting foreign royals. Leon asked if Harry's name was Han, and she confirmed it. He mentioned hearing about demons on Earth, and Harry acknowledged their presence. Unbeknownst to Leon, Harry's mission was to persuade him to join the Hunter Association. She proposed that if he granted them his permission, the South Korean government would take responsibility for his well-being. Their objective was to recruit survivors and prevent them from joining other nations. Curious about settling in this world, Leon questioned if he would serve as a soldier in another nation's military. Harry hoped he would consider affiliating with their Hunters Association. However, Leon declared his intention to establish a new Knight's Order instead, surprising Harry. She silently agreed, realizing she had no other choice. Harry sought information from their superiors, frustrated by the influence of powerful guilds and their government's submissive stance. Their conversation was interrupted by an alarm notifying them of a dungeon break at Honam Plains, which could disrupt food production. Harry suggested calling S-rank hunter Lee Yong-wan from the Phoenix Guild, but Kim suspected their ulterior motives. Leon, sensing the gravity of the situation, asked about someone named Demera and received a smile in response. Arriving at the dungeon gate location, Lee Yong-wan recognized Kim and Harry. He revealed that the Phoenix Guild had allowed the dungeon break as retaliation for their rejected request for a tax exemption. Harry urgently pleaded with Lee Yong-wan to close the gate, but he dismissed her concerns mockingly. Leon stepped in, expressing disdain for Lee Yong-wan's mindset. Harry addressed Leon as Leon, Your Majesty, but he reprimanded her to use his title alone. Leon criticized Lee Yong-wan, shocking him with his audacity. As tensions rose, Harry revealed Leon as a survivor, changing Lee Yong-wan's attitude. Leon instructed Harry and Kim to provide a concise summary of the problem, as he was unfamiliar with the gate details. They explained the land infection and the need to purify it, clear the dungeon, and eliminate the threat. Leon agreed to take personal action but insisted on seeking approval from the local king. Harry wanted to proceed without permission, but Leon stressed the importance of following proper protocol. They decided to seek permission from the president, who received an urgent call about the situation. Harry approached Leon with a doll, and he explained it would be used to purify the infected land. The doll had to be made by women who had given birth. Leon destroyed multiple dolls as they didn't meet the condition until an elderly woman's doll caught his attention. Her doll impressed Leon, and he praised her for being a true patriot. Leon placed the doll on a table and called upon the Mother Earth, Demera. To everyone's surprise, the cup on the table filled with water on its own. The water entered the doll, and a voice addressed Leon as Lionheart. It was Demera, the deity of life and abundance, acknowledging his presence and marking a significant event for the world. Chapter 4. Leon approached the divine being Demera, acknowledging the contamination in the land and expressing his concern for the presence of evil. He shared his plans to establish his authority as a conqueror and guide the ignorant towards a new pantheon on Earth. Impressed by his determination, Demera offered her assistance in healing and purifying the land. She declared Leon as the head of her temple and their champion, aiming to spread her divinity through him. As Demera used her divine power to heal the land, it emitted a golden glow, captivating everyone's attention. Leon emphasized the importance of witnessing and learning from this display of divinity, criticizing their ignorance. Li Yongwan expressed doubts about the safety of magically grown crops, but Leon dismissed his concerns, asserting that the crops were blessed by the goddess. To prove his point, Li Yongwan appointed an appraiser to examine the crops, and it was revealed that they were blessed rice, capable of curing diseases and enhancing stamina and mana recovery. Kim quickly cooked the rice and experienced its powerful effects. Harry made an accidental discovery that consuming a bug granted a buff, further confirming the land's blessings. Realizing the potential benefits, Kim ordered the team to gather bugs to enter the gate with full buffs, boosting their morale. Demera bid farewell to Leon and departed, leaving him with final words of wisdom. Leon shared his belief in the importance of divine power and questioned whether their world had any gods. With the soldiers replenished and their buffs in place, Leon declared their readiness to proceed to the gate. Li Yongwan, resentful of Leon, revealed that the gate had already been partially raided and warned of a powerful monster inside that couldn't be defeated through ordinary means. The dungeon break posed a severe threat to everyone's lives. Chapter 5. As they delved deeper into the dungeon, Leon expressed his curiosity about what typically happened to gates after completing quests or defeating bosses. He preferred the idea of facing bosses in one-on-one duels. Harry attempted to explain that bosses were usually fought as a group, but her explanation fell short. During their exploration, Leon noticed a lifeless skeleton, indicating the dungeon's abundance of monsters. Harry clarified that certain types of monsters, like skeletons and zombies, continuously respawned as long as the boss was alive. This led Leon to realize that they were in a boss dungeon controlled by a potential necromancer. Their conversation was interrupted by a system notification announcing the start of the dungeon break, warning of imminent death for all living beings inside the gate. They had 3 hours to defeat the Commander Knight, Dullahan, which created a sense of pressure and urgency among the group. Kim expressed anger at not being informed about the situation earlier and directed his frustration towards Li Yongwan. They soon encountered Dullahan, mounted on his horse with his detached head in hand, accompanied by a massive army of skeletons. They had 2 hours and 58 minutes to defeat him. Observing the overwhelming number of skeletons, the group discussed the distribution of potions, focusing on providing them to the higher-ranked members. Kim assessed the available archers and mages for the upcoming battle. Kim gave strategic orders, instructing snipers to target long-ranged enemies first and individuals with shields to prevent the skeletons from advancing. As the skeletons closed in, Kim engaged in combat with them, surprised by their strength but confident in his abilities as a B-rank tank. Kim noticed that even the normal skeletons possessed advanced spells and diverted their attention towards himself to attract their attacks. Meanwhile, Dullahan confronted Kim directly. Kim managed to block Dullahan's sword strike with his shield, but was thrown back into a wall, creating a hole. Concerned for Kim's well-being, Harry called for assistance from the reserve forces, understanding their purpose to aid comrades in such situations. As other members tried to stall Dullahan, Kim marveled at the boss's swordsmanship and urged everyone to stop his advances. Harry turned to Leon, recognizing his capabilities as the king of the Lion Heart who had defeated a powerful demon. She called upon him for assistance, referring to him as "my lord." However, Leon, considering a king's involvement in a small battle unnecessary, advised Harry to find her own path to honor and declined to intervene further out of respect for the goddess. Harry was taken aback by Leon's response and questioned his position. Determined, she realized they couldn't waste any more time and decided to focus on stopping Dullahan herself. Filled with determination, Harry instructed everyone to support Section Chief Kim and bravely charged towards Dullahan, who was surrounded by a horde of skeletons. Using a skeleton as a platform, she leaped towards Dullahan, attempting to strike him with her sword. However, Dullahan easily blocked her attack, leading Harry to understand the need to separate him from the other skeletons. In a surprising move, Dullahan threw his detached head to obstruct Harry's vision, momentarily disorienting her. Taking advantage of her vulnerability, he launched a punch, which she managed to block with her sword but was sent flying by the force. Despite this setback, Harry succeeded in separating Dullahan from the other skeletons. Closing the distance, Dullahan swung his greatsword at Harry, but she skillfully evaded the attack, impressed by her own range of skills. She retaliated with a strike that engulfed Dullahan and the surrounding skeletons in flames, dealing significant damage. Harry launched another attack, but Dullahan blocked it with the blunt side of his blade, leaving her trapped without an escape route. Overwhelmed with fear, she closed her eyes, knowing she was unable to avoid the imminent danger. Suddenly, a resounding voice echoed through the area, and a sense of astonishment filled the air. All eyes turned to Leon, who was clapping. Addressing Dullahan, Leon expressed admiration for his swordsmanship and speculated that he must have been a noble knight in his previous life. Leon apologized for underestimating him as a mere undead and boldly declared himself the King of the Lionheart, willing to grant Dullahan the right to challenge him. He proposed a noble duel to end the fight without further casualties. Hari, Kim, and even the skeletons themselves were bewildered and amazed by Leon's audacious move. The idea of Leon challenging the boss to a duel seemed highly unlikely, yet it had become a reality due to his bold strategy. Chapter 6. Leon, standing near Dullahan, addressed him as a knight of honor and suggested that he should lower his neck. He implied that a one-handed weapon wouldn't provide a proper battle against Dullahan's presumed skill with two swords. To everyone's surprise, Leon retrieved a sword from his storage space, demonstrating his own prowess. Harry, hesitant but addressing Leon as Your Majesty, expressed her concern about Dullahan's need to be beheaded for defeat. Leon dismissed the significance, stating that it didn't matter. This realization left Harry pale-faced, wondering how Leon planned to win without beheading Dullahan. Nevertheless, Leon stood firm, emphasizing that the battle's outcome would be determined by the knight's honor. He introduced himself as the Archduke of Dragonia, the lion-hearted King of Lionheart, and the first knight of the Goddess of Light and Justice. Leon officially sanctioned Dullahan for the honorable challenge. Without further formalities, Dullahan attacked Leon with his heavy greatsword. Astonishingly, Leon effortlessly blocked the attack, maintaining his position. He redirected his sword, knocking Dullahan's greatsword aside. Leon's unwavering confidence and skill left the onlookers in awe. As Dullahan launched another assault, Leon skillfully blocked the attack yet again. Leon then uttered a single word filled with determination. Once. Despite Harry's concern, Leon remained composed and remarked that Dullahan's steps were too light. Harry, as the keenest observer, recognized Leon's technique and understood the intricacies of the battle. Leon swiftly adjusted the weight balance with a sword guard, executed a crosscut, and deflected Dullahan's attack with ease. Leon's skill and unwavering confidence led Dullahan to admire him. Dullahan desired a proper duel and to fight as a knight without relying on necromancy. He yearned to rekindle the days when he dueled honorable knights. Dullahan's greatsword slipped from his grasp, and Leon counted 10th. Leon praised Dullahan, noting the increasing precision of his swordsmanship. Dullahan acknowledged his return to his glorious days as an honorable knight. Dullahan knelt before Leon, holding his severed head high. He reflected on his battles without honor and found redemption in their duel. Leon placed his hand on Dullahan's head, praying for him and expressing his desire to meet him again in the gods' banquet hall. Leon summoned a brilliant radiance, and Dullahan's body dissipated, finding peace at last. Outside the dungeon, Harry and Kim reflected on the extraordinary events. They were curious about the radiant light, and Leon explained that using divine power earlier would have meant Dullahan's end as a necromancer. Leon expressed his intention to collect the loot, and they examined the valuable items obtained from the battle. However, Leon shattered a dark orb, considering it worthless and chaotic. In the end, they successfully cleared the Honam Gate, obtaining Dullahan's cape, greatsword, mana stones, and other valuable items, creating a miraculous victory for everyone. Thanks for staying with us this whole time. This will be all for today, and if you want to support the channel just like the Night King by becoming our guardian angel, think of the channel as the Earth. Click on the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. See you again next time.